Hello, this is K-Time TCG. Welcome back to another deck profile. This time it is the Ex10 update for the Gammamon deck. Sorry about the delays. Recently just moved places, so things been a bit hectic and stuff was in storage boxes and whatnot. So the next set is basically already out, but it won't change anything for Gammamon deck profile, so without further ado, let's go into the deck profile for Ex10. Starting off with the eggs, still running 4 copies of the RB1 Gammamon. Simple draw whenever we increase the devolution cards by an effect. So many cards do this, very consistent draw. I'm running a 5th egg, which is the BT21 Gammamon, which draws when we attack, which is also nice, but typically we add by an effect, normally by digivolving, so it's better to draw when digivolving rather than have to attack to draw. I don't normally go to a 5th egg, so if you want to, you feel free to just run the 4 eggs, but it doesn't feel too bad to run the 5th egg anyways, so up to you. They're the only real choices for the deck anyways. Going on to the level 3, still running the 4 copies of the RB1 Gammamon. It is the searcher for the deck, because it can grab one of our Digimon, and it can grab one card with Gammamon in its text, and 1 hero. So yeah, the cool thing about it is it can grab like literally anything in the deck that is part of the archetype, which is awesome. And have it plus 2000 is always good too. There's no reason not to run 4 of. Next up, it is 4 copies of the BT21 Gammamon. I believe last deck profile I was running it at 3, but I've bumped it up to 4. The Warp effect into Regulusmon won't come up as often in this deck, because Regulusmon isn't kind of the be-all and end-all like it used to be. But it's still a very nice option to have. And the plus 2000 is also very nice as well. So still a solid card. Next up, not a new card, but new art, is the purple Gammamon, the LM16. This got new art as a box topper in Ex10, so the card itself is not new, but the art is new and looks very cool. Still running 3 copies. It's all turns effect to potentially digivolve from the trash for free. Doesn't come up that often. Hasn't come up often for a while with the new stuff. We mainly run it for the inheritable on deletion to play the hero from my hand for free. I find 3 to be enough, especially because we can put this under for both hand and trash. So I feel like whenever we need it, we can put it under. And we only have so many Tamers that I don't find 4 to be necessary. But if you want to, you can run 4, and that makes a nice 12 running 444. My 12th rookie is 1 copy of the BT8 Gammamon. Mainly not for the effect that if we play a Tamer, we draw 1, but mainly for when attacking to delete something with 3000 DP or less. Just because extra deletion is nice. And yeah, as I said, at least one of it. The other option is the P65 Gammamon, which on play can delete something with 2000 DP or less, and when attacking, delete something with 2000 DP or less. I was running 1 of each. You can run 1 of each. You can run 1 or the other, or you can run none of them. It's kind of just to fill in the spots. But I like to run at least 1, again, because we can put sources from trash as well as hand. It's nice to be able to have 1 in case you need it, so I'm running 1. Plus I really like that. Finally, for level 3s, I'm still running 1 copy of Pokemon. It's just another searcher, and the deck really could do with as much searching as possible. It also gives our stack protection, because basically if we leave the field, we can delete Pokemon. Pokemon itself doesn't have protection, so they can easily remove it. But it kind of forces them to use that first removal on this card before they remove the main stack. So yeah, it's nice. I still like the 1 copy, but just 1, because it isn't a Gammamon card per se, and can't digivolve or anything. The level 4 ratios are more 3-ofs. mainly because we need to make room for new cards. So Battle Gammamon was at 4, now's at 3. Simply plays the Tamer if we have 1 or less, which is good. Plus 2,000 inheritable is good, still a solid card. Yeah, only reason I cut it down to 3 is to make room for new cards. But yeah, this is the Battle Gammamon for the deck. 3 of those. Still running 4 copies of the BT21 Gammamon, probably my favorite card in the deck. And a super awesome level 4 because it can add source from hand or trash, which is cool. Don't have to use resources in hand. And it can delete level 4 lower, which is really good for level 4 to do. Inheritable, retaliation, and just because if they hit it in security, it plays that from security, and its effect is both on play and when digivolving. So really good because it can let us do a whole bunch of combo stuff during the opponent's turn if they hit in security. But even if it's not in security, it's still a very solid card. So I still like running the 4 for the Gammamon. Next up is 2 copies of the new Ex10 Gammamon. This one trashes from our deck and then also adds source from the trash. When its sources increase, we can digivolve into Regulusmon specifically from the hand or trash with the cost reduced by 1. So this is kind of nice because once we get a Regulusmon in the trash, this can digivolve into it. And there's a little kind of like mini loop you can do, which isn't like super amazing, but it's nice that we can do it. But it's a pretty solid card. It has Raid as an inheritable, which for Seriousmon is kind of pointless because Seriousmon already has Raid. But it's nice that we can give this to our other level 4s and 5s. Especially, obviously, Regulusmon. It's nice that we can give that Raid. So I'm just trying it at 2 copies, seeing how it goes. Next up, I'm still running 2 copies of the Wezen Gammamon. This is the one that can give blocker, which actually isn't as important now because the new Regulusmon actually has blocker itself. But I really love piercing, especially now that we have a Raid inheritable. Raid pairs very nicely with piercing. Gammamon's kind of always been like an aggressive control deck where we try and delete our control opponent's board just by deleting their stuff, but we still want to keep attacking, so we're actually chipping away at their security whilst we are removing as much as possible. So piercing's really nice because we can keep swinging at the Digimon and still be hitting their security. So that's what I'm running at 2 copies. Lastly, I'm actually running 1 copy of the Chaos Gammamon. I was not running this before because I don't think it's that good. When attacking, mainly because it puts a source under when attacking, and unless you're using the option to digivolve mid-attack, you're attacking with this, and this is not that good to attack with by itself. Jamming inheritable can be cool for our low stuff, but level 6 often reaches like 14, 16, 18k, so we don't really need jamming when we reach that high. So yeah, the card didn't feel that good, but for reasons I'll get into later, it's important to have at least 1 in the deck, so we can have as many differently named Gammamon cards as possible. So one copy of Chaos Gammamon. Going into the new MVP of the deck, I'm running 3 copies of Regulusmon. Yes, I don't have 3 avatars yet, but I will one day. It's a very cool card. I like how they did it. It's kind of like your boss monster, even though it's a level 5. It does cost 5 to digivolve into it, although with the option we can digivolve into it for free. This Gammamon can digivolve it into 1 less, but that's still 4, which is still expensive, but I guess better than 5. So notably, it has Rush and Blocker, which is why the Blocker isn't as important because we now have something else that has blocker. On play when digivolving, we can put up to 5 cards with Gammamon in the name that have different names. So the 5 different cards are Gammamon, Battle Gammamon, Gammamon, Wezen Gammamon, and Chaos Gammamon. It doesn't care about if the different card number or anything, so this can only put in one Gammamon of any kind, for example. Which is why we want to run at least... You got to run at least one Wezen and at least one Chaos to increase the number of different named Gammamon cards. So then it can delete something with equal or less DP, which is cool, especially because we have like plus DP inheritables. End of turn, if we have 5 or more sources, we can attack without suspending. That's the real cool part. So we can either go into it, assuming we keep turn, do our regular attack, and then end of turn we can attack again with it. There's a bunch of cards in the deck now that kind of lean into this strategy to attack twice. And there's a cool thing you can do, which I'll get into at the end of the deck profile. It's inheritable as if we delete something, gain a memory. It's just alright. It's only our turn too, so we can't skip turn with it. Inheritable is very average, but the card itself is cool because it can attack twice and it can potentially delete like pretty much anything. That's really cool on level 5. Next up is 3 copies of the BT21 Regulusmon. This is the one that can taunt your opponent's Digimon to make them attack at the start of the main phase, and also gives collision, so we will block it. And it has an on deletion that we can play Regulusmon or any level 4 or lower. So obviously the plan is if we make their weaker Digimon attack, we can just block and delete them. If we make their stronger Digimon attack, hopefully we might have something like retaliation to delete them. And then on deletion, we'll float into a level 4 or 5 body anyways. We also have the really cool inheritable. On deletion, we can play a level 4 or lower as well. This is one of the kind of little loop things you can do with this Gammamon. The Gammamon can digivolve into it for 1 less. And this actually costs 3 on a Gammamon card, so it just costs 2. If we swing at the opponent's security, and let's say we get deleted, we can play out a level 4 lower, so we can replay out Gammamon. Then it's on play, we'll put a source from trash under, and then we can digivolve into the Regulusmon from trash for 2. This one doesn't have rush or anything, but it's cool that even if it gets deleted, we can basically for 2 memory go right back into it anyways, so that's kind of neat. Inheritable is cool too. Overall, it's a pretty solid card. I haven't had time to actually play with the new deck at locals, so I'm not sure if 3 is the answer. Maybe you just need 2 because you can go into it from the trash. But actually, the card's a little bit better now with the new Gammamon. Next up, I'm still running 1 copy of Regulusmon Ace. I just like running the Ace in the deck. It's mainly good against deleting level 4 lower Digimon the opponent has and bring back a level 4 lower. So against some decks that just make a big level 6 stack, just swing for game, this card does like absolutely nothing. And against other decks that swing with low level Digimon, it's absolutely goated. But yeah, I still like it anyways. And also we can Digivolve. I mean, you know, we won't blast Digivolve into it, but we can still Digivolve into it from the trash with the regular, with the Gammamon. So it's still like running the 1 copy of it. Last level 5, I'm running 1 copy of the Regulusmon still. It's so nice because it's only level 5 that can pretty much put anything under, not just the level 4 lower. So Regulusmon, for example, can put under the Regulusmon. So then on deletion we bring out a level 4 body. Or we can put under the new Regulusmon. So if we do delete something, we gain a memory. So that's kind of nice too. I'm mainly running at least 1 because this Regulusmon can play Regulusmon or level 4 lower. So this gives us an option to play out level 5. But yes, I haven't tested the ratios. I might take out 1 Regulusmon for another Regulusmon. Might take out 1 Regulusmon to bump this up to 4 if this seems really good. Kind of room to experiment with the cards. But I will just shuffle things across for a second, just to make it look better for anyone who wants to take a picture when I get to the end. Going on to the level 6s, we're running less level 6s than before. We're running just 3 copies of Seriousmon. Still really good at deleting our opponent's stuff because we delete our opponent's lowest DP Digimon when digivolving and when attacking. So we can do it twice in the same turn, assuming that we keep turn when we go into it. And security attack +1 and raid. Raid obviously is pointless with the raid inheritable, really good with the piercing inheritable. But I'm still running 3 copies. It might change. I might actually decrease it to 2 if I bump up Regulusmon. Because Regulusmon doesn't really need to go into it, but it's nice for everything else to go into Seriousmon. So at the moment, still running 3 copies. For the last level 6, just running 4 level 6, is 1 copy of Valkyrymon Ace. Because this Regulusmon makes the opponent have to attack, want to put an ace in, so trying the Valkyrymon Ace. Another good choice is the new Blackwell Greymon Ace, also from Ex10. I don't have one, but that would also be a good choice to go into, because not only can it delete Digimon, it can delete Tamers, and it's also pretty resilient against big Digimon. So you can Valkyrymon Ace, Blackwell Greymon Ace, any other ace you really like, preferably one that digivolves on red. If I do take Seriousmon down to 2, then I'll be running 2 aces instead, and just see how it goes. That's it for the Digimon. Going to the Tamers, we're running 3 copies of the RB1 Hero. This is still really good for consistency. We can keep putting sources under to gain memory and draw, which helps trigger other effects, and also gives us 2000 DP, which is nice with stuff like the Regulusmon that deletes something with equal or less DP. A card's just good. No reason not to run a couple copies. It's been a while. It's been a while since you needed 4. So if you want, you can mess with ratios, but I find 3 to be good. The best Tamer in the deck is the BT21 Hero. As long as you have something else that increases sources, this is the best Tamer. Because not only do you get a memory if your opponent just has a Digimon, if something else increases the sources, this gets you a memory and draws a card. So unlike this card, which you don't really get card advantage because you have to put a card from your hand under to draw a card, this one just makes you draw a card, so it actually increases your hand size. Nice. Only downside is you actually need something else to increase sources. Good thing is that 90% of the deck does that. Just awkward if you are in a situation where you can't do it. But that's why you run some of this Tamer and some of this one. As soon as you see one of the RB1 Hero, this is the Tamer you want to play more often, because this one is better as soon as you can consistently put card sources under. But really, really awesome card. New to this version of the deck is 2 copies of the promo Hero. There's both the actual original promo and the RB1 reprint. This is the one that gives a card with Gammamon in its sources, security attack +1. So it's not too bad. I wish it did a little bit more, even if they made it like 4 memory and gave it a second effect. I wish it did a little bit more. I was not running it in the Seriousmon version because the Seriousmon doesn't really need it. It already has security attack +1. So getting security attack +2 is nice, but not. I didn't feel it's worth running the Tamer for. But now we run the Regulusmon. This is really good with Regulusmon because Regulusmon can attack twice per turn, assuming that you can keep turn when you digivolve into it. So giving it security attack +1 means we can hit 4 security in 1 turn, which is awesome. Drastically speed up the game. Again, haven't tested it unfortunately, but this is something that you could bump up to 3 copies. There's a couple of tech options you can run. Anything that increases security attack could be run in this deck now. I just wanted to start with Hero because it's something that's searchable and can play out for free. And it kind of makes more sense to start off with the Archetype version that gives security attack +1. Going on to the options, 4 copy of Strongest of Brothers. This option is absolutely amazing because not only is it a searcher, It lets us digivolve for free when we increase digivolution sources, which is like half the time. Best of all, it is all turns. Feel free to check one of my previous videos. I have a whole video talking about like this option and how you can go from like your level 4 to the 5 to the 6 during the opponent's turn, and all like there's so many cool options and uses for the card. This card can also play out Wezen, and then you can digivolve during opponent's turn as well. The fact it's all turns is really awesome. And yeah, even without it, it's a searcher, and it lets you digivolve for free. Like there's no like you're insane if you're not running 4 copies of the card. So run 4 copies. Strongest Brothers. The last card, because yes, I did count, hopefully, that this is actually 50 cards, is 1 copy of Red Scramble. Not all of our stuff is red, so it can be a little awkward. The digivolve is fine. We actually just really want it for the delay. Because we have something with Rush, something that if we do keep a turn can attack twice. This can be like kind of like hybrid for game, kind of like the game ender. If we have an empty board, we can suddenly bring out something that can attack that turn. This can easily add Gurus Gammamon back to our deck, play out Gammamon, which will add back the Gurus, digivolve into it, which lets us digivolve into Regulusmon. So basically guarantees that even from an empty board, we can go into Regulusmon and swing for game, which is really cool. But that is the deck profile. Feel free to take a screenshot or whatever for future reference. Now I'll just be talking about a couple of tech options and other cards. Some people I've seen are running this is the original BT10 Regulusmon, just because this one can get security attack +1. And then coupled with any other security attack, it can be a really big swing. It copies effects, so it will copy like the wind digivolving effects, which is kind of cool. But I just didn't feel like it was doing enough. But I mean, love the alt art for it still. Another cool option to give security attack +1 is actually Fire Rocket, the armor option from BT8. Because it gives one of our Digimon with 2 or more colors security attack +1, just for 1 memory. Obviously, mainly used on the Regulusmon, that's 2 colors. Because if, again, we go into it and keep our turn, if we have 1 memory, we Fire Rocket, swing for 2 checks, end the turn, attack without suspending, swing for 2 checks. So that is really cool too. If we have the Tamer and Fire Rocket in this magical scenario, we can hit for 3 checks and 3 checks, so put a lot of pressure on. An opponent won't suspect this just because, well, it's not even no one's going to suspect Fire Rocket in the Gammamon deck, and also you just play it from your hand for 1. They won't see it on the field already. So that's a cool little one of if you want to, that you could like take out Regulusmon or take out Red Scramble to put in 1 copy of Fire Rocket. As previously mentioned, either Regulusmon or Valkyriemon Ace can be replaced with the Blackwall Greymon Ace. But yeah, just further thoughts. Card's good. I need to test the card. I don't really like that it's trashes. I know it helps build up stuff, but I am worried about trashing important pieces like the Tamers, because we don't have a way to add back the Tamer from trash. But still, it is the best card to go into Regulus, so I might bump it up to 3. A lot of ratios to work on. I want to see the deck in action. So the thing is, its effect is on play. And because it has Rush, you can potentially just hard play this for 10 and swing for game. However, it can only attack at the end of turn if it has 5 or more Digivolution cards. When Digivolving, it will never be a problem because we keep adding to our sources. We'll easily have 5. But if we on play, the only way to get 5 is to have all 5 in the trash. Obviously, Gammamon will be easy. Gurus Gammamon will be easy. But we need to make sure we have the 1 of Chaos, 1 Wezen, and 1 Battle. We need all those in the trash as well. So it might be a bit hard. But if we do have all 5 in the trash, if the opponent has no security, we can just hard play this for 10, put all 5 under, and then end of turn, swing for game without suspending with rush, and finish the game that way. So that's something really cool we can do if the opponent has no security, is just hard play for 10. Yeah, anyway, that is his profile. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for next time. This is K-Time signing out.